Hi guys, I want to come on here and talk about a huge NSV I had for lunch today. I Let me set this up. I typically, when I get a cravings, I buy things that are incredibly not nutritionally good for you. Well, they can be, but I just eat it too much, and they're in bulk, I guess I could say, because I'm being vulnerable here, guys, so please take it easy on me. This is something I'm learning to fix, just not just physically but mentally. So if you have judgment, please don't. Please don't, because this is a huge thing for me, and I am not, what I do for me maybe is definitely different, going to be different than what other people do, and it's the way it should be. Everybody needs to do what's best for themselves and their bodies, and what may be an NSV to me may not look like one for you, but it is for me. So just please be kind. Um, I Last night when I was making out the grocery list, had one of my little food noises, and I had a really big craving to eat something really bad. I don't know why. Other than I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the food addiction that came in, or it just was what it was. Now, what I've done is I'm going to tell you what I had for lunch, and what I would have had in the past, and I've written the calories and the protein down so you can see the difference. And that's I'm going to reinsure. That's why I'm going to. I don't know what the right word is. I think it's incredibly important to keep track when you're on a health weight loss journey, at least until you get comfortable doing it, to see the calorie. It's amazing how much calories I was eating without even thinking. Not even thinking, oh, I'll just get back on track. It'll be all fine, blah, blah. Of course, I did this day after day after day. But anyway, back in the day, I was craving a sub. So what I normally would have done in the past is I would have ordered American sub from Walmart, the big one, and I would have gotten a bag of the knockoff brand of Doritos, and I would have eaten half of that bag because I like to put chips on the sandwich and eat them side. I'm a crunch eater. I like crunchy. It's embarrassing, but it is what it is. I didn't get this weight just by eating way under calories. But it's the truth, and I promised myself I would be vulnerable. I would be true to my word. I wouldn't try to hide anything. And that's, and I would have had almost a big thing of soda. Diet, but still, I'm trying to get off the aspartame. And then that wouldn't be the only thing I'd have. I'd go and have my lunch, my dinner, and probably have, in the past, I would have probably had like a couple, three of those ice cream sandwiches that, I don't even know why, because I don't like them that well, but I think it's just when you're sick with addiction, it doesn't matter. But anyway, what I decided to do is, how can I fill this craving and trick my brain into thinking that it's cheating, and not blow my hard work this week by just way overeating and feeling crappy. I decided that I got half of a sub, because you can buy them in halves. I did not get the whole because I knew I wouldn't trust myself to eat just that. I would have had that later on. And I got a bag of, I think they're called high protein chips, and the small bag, but they're still kind of expensive. They're like $2. And I bought myself, I'm still drinking on this. This is really good. This is Clear American Pineapple Orange, and that's really good. There's no aspartame in it, and it's really good. I'm trying to savor it because I have a habit of wanting to gulp. But anyway, I'm going to tell you the calories of what I would have used. This is just for lunch, and then what I had today for my lunch. And I forgot to add the mayonnaise to this, so this is probably going to be like another 100 calories or so, if not more. Probably more like 200 calories, but for the sake of this, we're just going to do this general amount. For my large sub and half a bag of my those nacho chips would have been 1,480 calories. and 73 grams of fat, which is not good because of the calories is so high. 73 grams of fat is. Would it make me full? I was full. And it would take me a little bit to eat it all, but I would be so stuffed my stomach would hurt. And I have this bad habit, I don't know if I've ever talked to you about it, that I like to feel stuffed. Don't know where it came from, other than all I can think of is I grew up in the era that was Clean Your Plate Club. So I don't know if that's where that came from or not. I don't know. And, you know, there's starving children in Africa. But anyway, ouch. And I would have other food. I would go and have a big dinner. Ooh, and then you wonder why I'm, you know, this. And it's just, it is what it is. You know, that people don't, but, and I can't get on that subject because it'll trigger me, but just know, just because I know it's bad, we have triggers and reasons why we do what we do. So it's not just we're eating just to eat to be fat type thing. But anyway, sorry, my nose is itching. People are mowing their lawns. My half a sub with my protein chips, which would include this, which is 0 calories anyway, is 510 calories and 41 grams of protein. Now, is it the highest protein I could have had? That's pretty high protein, but the calories are, but it's so much less. And I've actually had lunches that are more calories than this. So overall, if you think about a clubs, and I didn't put anything on it, I am weird. I tend to like my sandwiches, for the most part, dry. I'm like that with my meat. I don't know where it came from. My mom always cooked. She was a really good cook. I think it's a texture issue with me. So I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna put any mayonnaise because I can eat it without mayonnaise. And I did have light mayonnaise, but I decided I didn't want to put anything on there. And because I thought it was gonna be more than what I had. So the sub itself was like 390 calories. But 41 grams of fat is not that bad off of a ratio for protein. One thing that I could have or should have done is either add lettuce, or I don't know if lettuce would have done it, but it lacks fiber, and I understand that. I'm not perfect at macros. I don't pretend to be perfect at macros. I'm just trying to get my eating under control, and that's what's important to me. And I was satisfied, and I am full. I don't want anything else. I got that fix. And what the best thing about this whole thing is, this is not considered a cheat meal. But my problem is I have been so conditioned to believe that you couldn't have like a half a sub on it on a diet. It's just, that is, you know, a cheat meal. You're eating carbs. You're eating. I love this new way of looking at food. And I'm learning so much about it as well. So I can have this on, say, once or twice a month, and even more. I mean, I could have it if I wanted to more than once a week, and you're still on plan. I did my calorie thing on my Fitness Pal for the whole day, and I am like 430 some calories below my calorie deficit. So, and my fiber is because I'm bulking my fiber up tonight with my dinner, and all my stats look good. And I try to just focus more on my protein, but it's more natural that when you're doing the protein thing that you up your fiber too. And it's just kind of a natural thing that happens. And it's not a cheat meal. And yet I feel like it's a cheat meal. And that's what is helping. It tricked my mind. It is absolutely possible to have foods that you love, that diet culture has taught you are bad for you, and have them in your regular rotation, and have them be nutritious for you. It's about making choices of how you're going to eat that meal. Are you going to slather it with mayonnaise and add unnecessary calories and fat and things that are not doing your body any good? Or are you going to have something that satisfies you and you just find a different way of doing it? And that's what I've done. And I am learning so much about myself from just learning more about macros. And I don't want to rely on, I don't say that I'll never will. I am just trying to find my balance right now, to try to fix my brain and yet not feel like something I'm deprived, because when I feel deprived, I'm going to quit. And I can't believe that I could have half a sub. And it has pretty good 390 calories and 29 grams of protein. I only think it only has like 2 grams of fiber, but still, protein compared to the calories is not a bad ratio. Okay, it's not that bad, and I'm extremely proud of myself. I can do this. You can do this. I don't care what way you choose, but just know, if you're totally feeling deprived all the time and you're not healing this up here, it's not going to stick with you. You have got to find ways that work, and I was able, for the first time, and I can't tell you how long, to talk myself out of getting something really, really bad, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I really wanted those chips, but I decided that getting healthier it's more important to me now. And it's like I could feel my mind changing, literally changing, and I don't have the need to fill that few minutes of euphoria, I don't know what you want to call it, is not worth damaging all the work I've done this week to continue on my weight loss journey and my mental health journey. So it would have spiraled me. It would have made me cry. It would have made me upset. It would have made me feel like a failure. I would have called myself more names, and it would have spiraled me. And instead, I chose better options. As I said, they might not be the better options for you, but they are for me. It's a huge NSV for me. So, all right, guys, I babbled on enough, but I needed to share this, and I will share the picture at the end of my lunch. So there's proof that I did what I said I did. I'm trying to hold myself more accountable that way. But anyway, all right, guys, have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.